At the time of recording this video, the software development industry, the tech industry, is in a downturn, but still there's a high demand for great Scrum Masters. However, it seems that the hiring process for Scrum Masters is tedious. Let's find out why. First, let's put ourselves in the shoes of a hiring manager, of a company looking for these great Scrum Masters. Applying for a Scrum Master job is very different from applying to other positions in the software development industry, simply because there's a lack of an established career path, an hierarchical career path. If you look at a software developer, you start as a software developer. Then you can move to a senior position, a senior developer, an architect, a team lead, a tech lead, a development manager, a CTO, a clear career path, hierarchical career path. But what about the Scrum Master? You start as what? A developer? No. Project manager? No. Delivery manager? No. Nothing to do. All these things, nothing to do with the role of the Scrum Master or an Agile coach. The Scrum Master role is still new for a lot of companies, and for the HR department, it's a nightmare finding the right candidate. These great Scrum Masters, because they lack an understanding of the role. There's no clear career path. Just look at popular job posting websites. Go read the job descriptions of these Scrum Masters. Some of them nothing to do with the role of a Scrum Master. They're looking for a project manager, a delivery manager, a technical manager, an architect, a development manager, not a Scrum Master. If you want more details about these job posting red flags, watch this video right here. You see, becoming a Scrum Master, it's very easy. You can just call yourself right now a Scrum Master. You can do these basic level, entry-level certifications. Certified Scrum Master. 2-day training, around $400. Very easy exam to take. You are a certified Scrum Master. No need to go through any training, any course. You take your professional Scrum Master 1 exam. You pass it, professional Scrum Master. And that's a basic requirement for many companies. You need to be certified professional Scrum Master. You need to have these certifications to apply for their jobs, for the Scrum Master role, simply because they can't detect a great, a good, a bad Scrum Master. They have no idea of knowing what a good Scrum Master looks like. So they rely on these certifications. We know that these certifications useless. Having tons of certifications doesn't mean that you are a great Scrum Master. But having these certifications will greatly increase your chance of you getting hired, simply because these companies don't understand that. At least most companies don't understand that. The mature Agile companies, they understand that certifications are important, but not the only thing to look at. I get so many messages from LinkedIn, emails, YouTube comments from people struggling to get hired as a Scrum Master. I have a look at their resume. They are certified, PSM1, CSM, SSM, but never worked in a leadership position, in a management position. There's this strange belief that the Scrum Master role is an entry-level position. Maybe it's because you can just do a 2-day training, get certified, and become a Scrum Master. No, it's not an entry-level position. It's a leadership position. You are a leader. You are a manager. These are the different stances that a Scrum Master needs to have. It's not an entry-level position. You need to have at least experience in these roles, leading people, managing people. Many companies currently looking for Scrum Masters are transitioning from waterfall project management to agility. Do you really believe that these companies will look for someone who has zero experience as a Scrum Master? No experience as a leader, as a manager. Put the fate of the company in the hands of this person. No experience. Oh, come on. Let's be honest here. It doesn't make any sense. That's why companies like experienced Scrum Masters, because it's too dangerous to put someone without experience in such a powerful role. But still, companies do that. They hire junior Scrum Masters. The definition of a junior position, it means that a senior needs to tell the junior what to do, at least once the junior builds up, at least until the junior upskills. I see many companies doing that, hiring junior Scrum Masters. Doesn't mean anything, junior Scrum Master. There's no mention in the Scrum Guide, the latest version, the 2020 version, about a junior Scrum Master. What does a junior Scrum Master do? book meetings, the Jira admin facilitate some sessions? Do they even get coached by a senior or a Scrum Master? Let's take a simple example. A junior Scrum Master might have a feeling that there's something wrong with the team, a conflict in the team, something blocking the team, slowing down the team, but might not have the required experience to really know what's happening, or help the team, support the team in knowing what's happening or resolving the issue. As a junior Scrum Master, they have the knowledge, they know the Scrum Guide, they are certified, but they don't have this experience, this required experience. They've never been a leader, a manager. It's dangerous having someone without experience in this kind of position. It might be an impediment for the team because this person is slowing down the team. The two main things: accountabilities of the Scrum Master, implementing the Scrum framework as per the latest version of the Scrum Guide, and ensuring that the team is effective. You need to do these two things as a Scrum Master, and also coach the team in being self-managed, cross-functional. Do these two things themselves without you. You need at some point to get out of the team and do something else because the team is mature. So you need to teach them, ensure that they are effective, ensure that they are using the Scrum framework, and ensure that they have all the knowledge, the experience, the tools required to know themselves without you, how to be effective, how to make themselves more effective, how to use the Scrum framework correctly, agile practices, principles, the values. It's hard to do for a junior Scrum Master, someone with zero experience. And to make matters worse, Jeff Sutherland, one of the co-creators of the Scrum framework, believes the Scrum Master role, the product owner role, you need at least 25 years of experience to do these two roles effectively. Clearly not an entry-level role, an entry-level position. But how? How do you get hired? It's not an entry-level position. You have no experience. You are certified. How do you get hired as a Scrum Master? I often sell the idea of you getting hired as a Scrum Master without experience. Yeah, you can get hired as a Scrum Master without experience in Scrum, in Agility. You can fix this part, but you still need to have leadership experience, management experience, simply because the role is not an entry-level position. So if you don't have this kind of experience, get this experience first. Forget about the role of a Scrum Master. It's nearly impossible in this market to get hired. But if you have management experience, leadership experience, you've supervised a team, you managed multiple teams, you can transition to the role of a Scrum Master. You can really get hired as a Scrum Master. And the first thing you need to do is start applying Scrum right now. Agility in your personal life. Apply Agility in your personal life. Scrum in your personal life. Work in sprints at the office right now with your team. Talk with your manager. See how you can make the team more effective right now. How you can implement the Scrum framework right now. I would say that many people getting hired as a Scrum Master, their first Scrum Master job, got experience because they were in a Scrum team, in an Agile team, but that's not an excuse. If you can't be in a Scrum team, an Agile team, start applying Scrum and Agility where you are right now, in your personal life. I like asking that in job interviews. How are you applying Scrum to your personal life? Are you applying Scrum using Agility in your personal life? Sometimes I get very surprised looks because many Scrum Masters don't really believe in Agility, in Scrum. If you truly believed in Agility, the power of the Scrum framework, you would use it in your personal life also, right? So start using right now. That's how you build this experience. If I get someone in an interview and this person is telling me that they've implemented Scrum or Agility in an industry that is really hard to implement Scrum or Agility, they have no experience whatsoever, but they were able to implement all these things. They can call you themselves a Scrum Master or an Agile coach because they were able to implement. They were able to make their current team more effective. That's someone that I want to hire. They are using that in their personal life. Everything is documented. They are experimenting, working in sprints, learning from their failures. This is what I love. Someone with passion around this topic. These are the qualities that I'm looking for. This is the character that I'm looking for, which I know will be a great Scrum Master for the company I work for. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.